Was the Monkey D. Luffy collab with PSA worth it? Well, I got it. So let's talk about it. I decided to make this video as a way to sum up whether or not this collab that Bandai and PSA did, if it was worth it, and maybe you missed out, or you lucked out, or you should have thought about joining, or maybe you'll think about doing it the next time PSA does this. For most people, including myself, the PSA subscription is a pretty hefty price. I personally was not even thinking of getting a PSA subscription until I saw this collab. Now, good thing I was into the One Piece TCG when this happened, which was a couple months ago, so I actually really just lucked out. In most cases, if this didn't happen, really a PSA subscription would not be worth the price point it's at. Currently today, a standard PSA membership goes for around $149.95, so basically $150. Do you know how many One Piece cards and Pokemon cards you could buy with $150? And you don't even get free grading. That's just the subscription so that you can grade with PSA. But enough about that. Let's talk about what you got. In this PSA subscription, you basically got $180 worth of free money. Interesting, but there's usually a caveat to that. You got exclusive Bandai and PSA crossover Monkey D. Luffy card, which I'll be showing off. And then you also get a exclusive PSA magazine that comes out, I think, every year. So you only really get one magazine per year for the subscription, not really a monthly thing, which kind of sucks. And on top of that, I think you get like a little bit off for grading. You get, I think, like 13 to 15 bucks to grade like just regular Pokemon cards, things like that. But you don't need to be a dumbass to show off a card in a magazine, thank God. So the first thing you get with the subscription is a Monkey D. Luffy promo card that came out July. So I literally just got this today as of recording this. And this is one hell of a gorgeous promo. I just finished the CP9 arc. That shit was like just terrible. I can't tell you how bad that shit was because it was just so hard to watch. It was a great, like, Water 7 was so cool, and then they ruined it with just endless backstory and flashbacks. Like, I get it. Nico Robin's backstory was amazing, but they don't need to show it 50 fucking times, and they also don't need to show everyone else's backstory as well as just, like, a random, like, plot that is not even, like, they just randomly put in, like, a couple episodes that have nothing to do with the plot or whatever. It was just like an alt universe version of the characters. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, and there was just constant dialogue. I don't know. That's just my struggle right now. But I did finally finish it. But I don't even know where the fuck these guys are at right now in this image, showcasing just the squad jumping into fucking Satan's mouth. I love it. But the thing that everybody knew was that this card would be worth some money. Well, let me tell you, today this card currently goes for $125.85. On release, this card, which was like maybe a week ago, this card was worth $227.65. So it dropped $100, but don't be too scared yet, because again, this is a special limited promo card that the only way you got this was from getting a PSA membership. So with that being said, this card will still hold pretty good value. I cannot see this card going for under $50. To be honest, I can't even see this card going under $100. It could possibly if just people are trying to flip this shit and sell it, but really I think this card easily will stay above $100 in my opinion. But hey, we're only a week in. This card could fucking plummet. I don't know what to tell you. It's a gorgeous card. Once I saw this, I was like, yeah, I got to get a membership. The other thing that the membership comes with is a magazine. Now, it comes with either a TCG magazine or a sports magazine. And unfortunately, when you sign up, you're given the sports magazine. You actually have to reach out to PSA to have them change it to a TCG magazine. So hopefully, if you did subscribe to PSA for this year, you changed it to a TCG magazine, or you just got fucking lucky, who knows. But it is a pretty cool magazine. It's nothing too great. Try to just show some pretty cool images
has a little glossary of what to look forward to, and then the editor, hell yeah, set sail. It's just it's pretty cool. I like how this is. It's the one thing I don't like is just how kind of like shitty quality some of the images are, because it's kind of like blown up from the actual card itself. But it is pretty cool, showcasing some of the cards. I imagine these are probably some of the cards throughout the years of One Piece. I don't know. And then some other stuff slabbed. I didn't even see that this was signed. That is pretty cool. I really, really want to start getting cards signed, because that is just dope. Showcasing more and more Pokemon. Really, really crazy with these. These are apparently like jumbo cards, I think. And they're like box toppers. I didn't even think PSA would grade jumbo Pokemon cards. Maybe these aren't even jumbo, but like somewhere here I think it said jumbo. Whatever, I'm jumbo. But just really gorgeous cards I didn't even think freaking existed. My holy grail. Whoa, 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 whoa. Imagine having that as a fucking card. Ugh. It's just a pretty cool magazine. Nothing too crazy. A lot of fucking words and not a lot of images. There needs to be more images, Pokemon. Or there needs to be more images, PSA. I need more and more images. Vibration, variants. And it's kind of weird how it like cuts off here with the Pokemon. I don't know. It's a very short magazine. Nothing too crazy. Got some cool timelines of Charmander to Charizard, Miriam, and then just some random cards. Not too bad. I don't know why, just mischievous Pikachu. And then apparently, crazy enough, they actually had colored variants for this fucking magazine. So the basic one that we got, sadly, is just the regular blue. Then you had a purple crystal ice like cover hollow magazine, and that was 1 out of 1,000. So 1,000 people were lucky enough to get this. And then you had the black cracked ice, which only 100 of these exist. So if you were lucky enough to get one of those variants, that is pretty fucking cool. Along with the promo, ridiculous. So that's actually really not a bad price to get these two things, and you know, $180 worth of freebies as well. So we're actually going to do the value of how much this is kind of all worth. I got my notes right here, so let's talk about value. As we mentioned before, you get $180 worth of freebies in a way. You get basically $60 in Fanatic Live to use, a free like bonus like code you enter, and it's like a gift card or whatever. It's just money that's entered into the app. And then $120 in Loop, which is also kind of like a Fanatic Live. I'll get to that later, because like I said, there is a caveat to all that. You get the promo, which is worth $125.85. So you put the 180 in free bonuses with the 125 promo card, you're looking at a value of $305.85. And that's not including the magazine, which maybe the magazine is only worth like 10, 15 bucks, maybe 20 if you're lucky. But I mean, if you get the special variants, those I imagine are probably worth a little bit more money. So for that case, we're not really going to include it, but I guess if you want to, just add an extra 10, 15 bucks onto that total, right? Then you minus the $149.95 subscription that you have to pay for PSA. You're looking at a extra value of $155.90 for free. Just free money right there. But this is where we get into the caveat. So you're getting the $60 in Fanatic Live. Now, Fanatic Live is a weird app. It's kind of like a streaming thing. Like if you ever do TikTok lives, that's kind of what it's like, but it's an app specialized for that. And it's mostly a lot of sports. So it's going to be a lot of sports sellers. Very, you know, there'll be some Pokemon here and there, but usually they're at pretty ridiculous price points. And if you want to get into One Piece, they're pretty rare. Not too many streamers on Fanatic Live have One Piece. But the good thing is that there's multiple streamers going on throughout the day, so you can kind of sort through them and try to figure out
like who's selling what, and then just wait. You know, if you can find a good deal, buy it. And they do offer good deals. I think there was this one seller that was like $25 off your first order from them. And so that was great. It was like I was getting the $60 on top of an extra $25 for free. And that was really cool. But one of the things is that there really aren't a lot of sellers on there. It's like, it's weird. There are, but usually there maybe is only 10 to 20 sellers at a time that are going throughout the day. So it's not really a lot, but it's still, you get a good amount of mix. And that was probably the best one. Now, the real stinker was Loop, which gives you $120 free to use. The biggest caveat with this one is you actually only get $20 at a time. PSA basically gives you $20 a month. And then once you get to that 120, then that's it. They won't give you any more money. So they give you $20 a month until it reaches 120. But here's the other thing that Loop apparently does is that you can't use more than that $20 on any purchase. So if you want something that's worth $60, you can only use $20 on top of a really stupid $5 charge for any purchase that they throw on top of. So it makes it very hard to buy anything on there. And then the even worse part is that there actually is only like 1 or 2 live streams at a time. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I was doing it right, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to use it. But basically, it would be like, this is the premier streamer, and then like after that, it'd be this one, and it would only show like a few at a time, and way less options than Fnatic Live. So it's actually kind of harder to buy things on Loop, even though you're given more money, and it's really restricted, and it actually kind of like kills the value and just kills the whole point of getting the money. If I knew that how it was gonna be, I still would have got the fucking membership for the fucking Luffy card, but that takes away out of the whole thing. Like, if you're looking to get a membership in the future, Loop is the shittiest fucking app there is for that kind of stuff. Not a fan of Loop at all. And on top of that, to make things worse, apparently like all the sellers, I don't know where the fuck they are from, but they are pricing packs and everything to the fucking roof. A Scarlet and Violet pack of just anything, like the newest set of like Twilight Masquerade or Paradox Rift, they want like $7 to $8 a booster pack just for one booster pack. And like, I get it if it was someone like you want to see open it, but if you just have money in this thing and you just want the fucking product, like you don't even give a shit who's opening it, it's kind of like a waste of money. Like, damn. So for that $20, right, I can basically get 2 booster packs, which is like $14, because then you have to add that $5 per purchase, and then it's $20. So basically for $20 you get 2 booster packs, which are really only worth like $4, so $8. And it's kind of a ripoff in a sense. And there's also very rarely is there anything like One Piece or anything. It's still mainly sports and some very rarely Pokemon. So Loop, they give you the most money, but it's the shittiest fucking app, the shittiest live streams. Do not like Loop at all. Fnatic Live was pretty cool. I fucked with that. They gave you bonuses on top of like everything, and I had a great experience with Fnatic Live. So overall, was this subscription worth the money? And in my opinion, I think it was, only because of the promo card, to be honest. If it did not come with the promo card, this really wasn't worth it, because a magazine is cool, but it's really like, am I gonna read it? Not really. If you like magazines, it's pretty cool, but then you could just buy it off the secondary market for $10-15. Not a big deal, right? You're spending $150, and it's like, okay, cool, you're getting this Fnatic Live, this Loop extra money, $180, which just that self pays the fucking subscription, but it's not even worth it. It puts you through a lot of hoops and hassles. Fnatic Live was great. If they just did $180 in Fnatic Live, I would almost say it's worth it without the promo. But the fact that they throw Loop in there, and Loop's all restrictive and shit, it's just not worth it. So going forward, I really wouldn't even bother getting a subscription to PSA unless they do more of these promo cards. And again, the fact that this is only 125 bucks, this basically is cheaper. You can just outright buy this card instead of paying a PSA subscription price, and you're saving $25. But the amount of freebies you get, it's kind of stupid. Like, if you want this card, it would have made sense probably to get the PSA membership instead of just buying it by itself, because for $25 extra you get $180 for free. So that's the caveat there. I think it's worth it. If PSA continues to do this, like every year they do an exclusive card again that you can only get with PSA, then I would think, okay, this is worth it. I'll continue doing it. If they stop that, it's not worth the money.